What up, guys? It's your boy Ray7. He's on file. Today we're gonna be playing Season 1, Episode number 51 of Season 1. I just said Season 1. I'm dumb. Anyway, last episode, we only got the concrete room manufacturing machine done, but we have made a major expansion onto our factory. So, of course, this giant bad boy right here in the center of the screen is what we've added today. We've also did some minor modifications. I don't know what that planet was. Some minor modifications to the it's over by the Caterium wing. There's a bean below me. Give me a second, guys. I don't want to be a dickhead. Hey, I'm not using the basher. Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry, dude. I hate having to hit the beans, but hey. It's better than hitting him with the basher that hurts him more. So, I'm gonna... I don't care how jank it may be. I'm moving this, thing. The trees, I will definitely leave the trees behind. The reason I am, because if one day I want to demolish this factory, because if I want to build a new mega factory, like a giga factory is what apparently some people call it, I will do it. Alright, so guys, tomorrow I'm planning on going to Champagne to do my coin run. Now, because of this, I want to hopefully try to get to bed early. Watch me go to bed at 5 in the morning. Trust me, I've actually gone to bed at 5 in the morning in my life, probably once. And I got 2 hours of sleep one night when I was at a sleepover. And you know what I said after I did that? Hell no. Trust me, if there's any people, especially kids watching this, if you're 1 hours of sleep, you will feel like trash. You will feel like shit. Don't ever do it. You will have a headache. You'll be tired. You won't even want to do anything. Like you're like, oh yeah, but play games all day. Guess what? You won't even have the energy to play video games all day. You'll just be a freaking shell of yourself. Well, my mom's coming in because apparently my dogs have never seen my mom before. Ooh. Let's see. Hello, viewer. So I think here's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna, of course, run a couple sushi lines into the storage facility or storage room, and then if I have an overflow, they will be rerouted to awesome sinks. I'm thinking about leaving a little bit of space by the storage facility. Yes, I know, I'm being that picky again. Oh, you big baby. Excuse me. You know what's kind of nice? I will say I'm not trying to be like a P word. A P, you know, and the two S's. I know what the word is. I'm just saying I don't want to get like struck the channel. But like, I'm kind of enjoying having a break from combat games. I'm not gonna lie. I have to be completely honest with you guys, chat. Quitting battle royales has to be one of the best things I've done. Now, I'm not throwing shade to anybody who does, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie. But I will say I do most likely have. Oh. I definitely have an addiction with other types of games than just FPS games. But, I like these, but I definitely enjoy having to think. Keeps my brain active. Pretty sure keeping your, you know, doing logistical stuff like this in your head is a good way to keep your brain health up. I don't know, I'm just, like, I'm not an expert, I'm not a health expert or a doctor. Yeah, you know what? I hate to say it, but time to take this bad boy out. I'm like, oh no, we have to demolish all this. Just kidding. We can actually just hit this button. We can do clear designer. There's seriously no like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? No, it's just gone. I'm pretty sure this one is built. This thing right here is built for the same grid. Yeah, it is. I think I remember extending this out. Yeah, we'll take out this hyper tube because it's gonna start getting in the way here. This Sam thing should be okay. Ooh, sticks up. Oh, we missed a section of hypertube. Also, yeah, we better go get our truck and get this thing out of here. I think I might start the preset for the... I don't know if I'll start the preset for the vault, but I have a really cool idea of how I'm going to build it. I don't care. I'm gonna build this bad boy as big as possible. I will say, speaking of vault, I really should have built. I might make like I might dedicate this area over here towards like storing fuel and like liquids. I need to have a liquid storage area. We're gonna start burning up concrete very fast here. I remember when my big factory was here. Now we're gonna build a vault, a storage facility that's bigger than that. I don't care if it might take a tiny bit of time away from me. But I really want to start getting that Fixmas thing. Day 4.
The red and blue Fixmas ornaments are produced from gifts, unsurprisingly, but this time in the smelter. Now I hope you listen to that, because I will not repeat it no matter how confusing this all is. Blame the original Fix-It-Fun engineers. Most of them ended up in jail for various reasons. But do not worry, the event has since been vetted by the second generation of Fix-It-Fun engineers, who were only sued.
What? Should I be concerned about that? They were only sued. The people who came up with this went to jail or got sued. An acceptable red. Let me guess, an acceptable blue. A mildly pleasing blue.
You can now make actual snow from gifts. And by actual snow, I mean it is constructed from chemical elements. With this actual snow, you can now make Fixmas snowmen, which are proven to improve pioneer socialization and combat loneliness. Having too many snowmen, however, has proven to be detrimental to a pioneer's health.
Okay. I know I may have concrete in my truck, but I might as well grab as much as I want from here. Happy Shepherd. Happy German Shepherd. Happy senile German Shepherd that is so old he can be elected into Congress. Happy German Shepherd that could probably be our next president because our next president can be no younger than 60 years old. Oh, why do we elect people who are in the midst of fossilization for presidential power? I'll be right back. I have to mute. Sorry, dude. Damn it, asshole. Sorry. No, not that way, dummy. Ah! No, not... You dummy. Go. Ready, ready, ready. Oh, dude. What's his deal? Why is he... Okay, he's gone. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. How he got there, I don't even know. I just don't want to kill him. I don't want to be a dickhead and just kill random beans for no reason. Oops. Is this Gary's mod for console? No, not really. Oh, hey, I remember this guy. Hello. He had the Nikocado avocado. Him probably in the midst of throwing a fit or a tantrum. I wonder what he's doing nowadays. Like, apparently he's skinny and he had backlogs of videos. I don't know, but it's good to know. This room right here will be the end room for all of the products. Everything that we need to store will be stored in this room. So when something's done being made, it'll either go on to make other stuff, or some of it will be split and it'll be directed into this room. The good thing is we can make what's called sushi lines, which means we combine multiple things into one belt. Again, this will be the vault. All the resources that we produce will be sent here. Yeah, that will again split into multiple things. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get into oil today. I'm about to say, oh man, I could go eat pizza next Thursday. No, I can't because it's Christmas. They ain't open on Thursdays. Oh, I'm like, I was wondering. I forgot how do people make the how are those like angled ones beams made? Let's see. So I think like maybe right here. That's how we do it. We'll be able to store 30 products here. I might use like the big containers for like the end. I'll move this later. Man, I'm telling you right now, this storage room, you can just probably tell already that it's gonna make my other storage room of my other factory look like it's a wimpy little shitty one, because it's going to be compared to this. I might like stop making this and then come back to it later and finish it off. More concrete again. Good thing I packed up a ton of it. Maybe making hopefully about 5 concrete per second of just bonus raw concrete from this factory. look at it so far. It's looking great. This facility will be. By the way, not all of them are going to be used immediately, which is okay for me because honestly, I'm ready to expand and make more things. So that's why I'm making it bigger than I actually need it to be. Oh yeah, these got a lot of concrete in them. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yoink. Yoink. Maybe you can put power cells in there. I'm not gonna try. You probably can. Just, you know, because you can manufacture them. I think later in the game. Which if you can, thank goodness. I don't want to be that wimpy bitch, but I kind of feel guilty just taking slugs off their home and just killing them for the crystals. We need more plates. It's a really good thing that I have that factory. Like, in my head, I'm like, oh man, that factory's kind of useless. But then I have to remind myself, yeah, I wouldn't be building this factory without that one. It's producing the materials that is being used to build this one. So the factory is just not making, and not just is it making the basic materials. It's making materials, or it's making another factory in and of itself. Okay, so this is where I'm at right here. This is the entire vault, how big it's gonna be. So it's gonna be a big boy vault. And you know what? I was gonna do like full all the way up. So like unlike other rooms, this is gonna be like all the way up. There's no floors to this, but if I get more resources, then I might have to put floors to it. we could just build it like this. Okay, let's just build it like that. Get more more space. Oh my gosh, that storage density is gonna be so ridiculous. Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna build signs right here. I'm gonna build signs on top of this. That way, that's actually really nice how it bends down. I don't know if you'll be able to see it that good if it was like farther away, but I honestly like this. Because look at this, we could just put a sign right here. Ooh, can we put them on the... Oh, what? You just put little tiny signs like this? Are you joking me? I don't know. We could build this, not that bad. Oh, you need the oscillators for those things. Good grief. Hello, viewer. It's like this. Look how cool this would look as a storage facility. So we store the, we put this, like, concrete pillar, and we could just put those signs right here. Oh, that would be so cool. Do this, and then we could just have it go over. Yeah, I have really bad OCD or something. Hold up. What do you think? That looks really cool. Build cells of them like this, and then build a sign right there. Again, I really like that. I just can't stop looking at it. That's how cool it looks. Again, place the signs right here. I think at 9 o'clock, in about 30 minutes, I might go take a second off to go get my shower, because you're not going to believe this. Yes, I shower. I practice basic hygiene. You are welcome. Dude, you know what I cannot stand is when I hear about gamers that do not shower. I'm like, my guy, you got problems. Huh. So this right here seems to be like a needle valve. If you don't know, a needle valve is like one of those little needles. You twist it and it slowly closes or opens, and it's used to adjust flow. I've worked with hydraulic and pneumatic needle valves alike. That looks like a ball valve, where there's a ball and you rotate it like this, like a little pipe like this. It rotates. Alright, so, I'm probably going to start sizing the rotor and statter room. Let's see. So statter. Here's the thing: we need to match the amount of statters with motors, or with rotors. So with rotors, we're making 24 minutes. We need 24 of these bad boys per minute. Let's make let's see. What happens if we make 30? Times 15. If we make 30 a minute, oh my gosh, that needs 90 pipes. Remember, we're making like 360 pipes a minute. So 40 times 6 is every single wire coming out of one of the copper things. Now, oh man, 240 copper wire. Here's my defense. So we can supply, ready for this? 720. We can make 720 wire a minute. Divide that by 40. 18 times 15. We could take all of our wire and we could consume all of our pipes. 18 times 5. We could make 90 of them a minute. Oh my gosh. I will not lie. This right here is nuts. Let's see. A steel ingot is an iron ingot, and if you just add coal to it, you make iron rods. Or let's see. So there's 4 ingots right here. So let's see. So rods. A steel rod makes 4 iron rods, or 16 screws. So if you really take an iron ingot, instead of making 1 rod to make 4 screws, you can add 1 coal to it with my alternate recipe, and you can get 16 screws just by adding 1 coal. But hold on. Let's see, so 24. 24 times 4 times 4. So this is the amount, in this amount, if we turn it to iron rods, or iron rods, right, which is the steel version of it, we can make 384 screws. 9 times 52. We can make, oh my gosh. Broski. I think we should one day we should transition over to steel-based rotors. By that I mean steel rods, iron rods, but made out of steel ingots, plus by the way, check this out. Look at this. You get more screws out of this per pop, per iron ingot. That is ridiculous. One steel beam, 52 screws. I have to do some exact math on this, but I can't make it right now. But dude, even this just steel rods, that's pretty good. What if I build 1 plant? You know, I'm about to say, what if I build 1 plant for oh, this is the steel mill. I'm about to say, what if I build 1 plant to make all iron rods? Just pure iron rods. Then, guess what? Like, can I even fit 2 iron rods? A thing that makes 2 iron rods? Sure, because look at this. These all make iron rods. And look what I'd have to do. All I gotta do is just literally make the same thing on the other side. If it can fit on this half, it'll fit on the other. So, ready for this? This is where it comes pretty great. I could literally make... I could say, oh, I want some more iron. Slap another one of these rooms on top. But here's where it gets good. I can make this, the floor that's on the bottom, I can make it on the top. Oh, but I need a room to make all the steel. All the steel ingots. Just copy the room on the bottom. I can run all of them into steel beams, and then, oh, I need more concrete. Just literally add another room on top. This is where it gets good. I will say, getting the resources in the concrete room is kind of weird. I might have to make like a little proxy room in front of it where that helps it elevate up into the room. Oh shit, we're gonna eat some fall damage right there. We're gonna add on, like later I do plan on adding on making steel-based rotors. Okay, so we need to make statters. So my target, I might actually have a little bit more statters than I need. I can actually do that. So 240 divided by 40 means 6. So we get 30. So we'll actually have an extra of like 6 rotors every minute. I'm actually only going to use 20 of my rotors. I'll have a couple bonus rotors to go straight to storage. The reason I say that is because I only really want... I really only want... I don't know. I need a couple rotors, because look at this. If I build an assembler, it needs rotors. Unfortunately, as much as I really hate to admit it, I think we can only have 2 assemblers. But if I one day switch over to steel-based motors, oh, I gotta do that one day. Dude, even if I run the iron straight... Give me a second. Dude, steel pipes? And steel... I need steel pipes. Oh, iron pipe. This is not a good recipe, by the way. The reason I say this is because you get 20 ingots in the 5 pipes. That you literally lose a quarter, or you literally only get 25% off. But if you go to steel pipes right here, like if you do iron molded pipes or molded steel pipes, guess what? You get 1-to-1 ratio, but you have to have a lot of concrete. Let's say I have 480 iron. Divide that by 4 times 52. I make 6,000 screws a minute. Let's do some more FU math. Let's say 240. Let's divide it. 240 divided by 4 times 52. And I get 3,000 screws, dude. Now 24. Let's see, 240 times 4. 96 rotors. Or 960 iron rods a minute. Let's see, divide by 20. 48. Now, 240 divided by 4 times 52 divided by 100. We could... Oh my gosh, we could make 31 rotors. If we did half screws, half... Guys, if we did one of those rooms, we took one, if we made a new room for iron, and then we turned that into steel, and we split each steel production. Actually, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Yo, I just forgot. Oh wait, no, I'm correct. I'm wrong. I got my math wrong. I underestimated because it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. These make bonus steel. Holy shit! Dude, hold on, 360. So if we took half the steel, 360 divided by 4 times 52, we make 4,000 screws a minute. 4,600 screws. Dude, we can't even... I don't even know if we could process that many screws a minute. And then we took that 360, and we multiply it by 4, divide that by 20, 72, 360 divide 360. Remember that number, 72. 360 divided by 4 for the beams. We get 90 beams a second times 52. Divide by 100. We can make literally 46. We have to have 46 machines, which if we did 46 machines, we make 184 rotors a minute. From one, by the way, we can make, I would almost say we could, if we balance correctly, if we balance correctly, I could probably get away with making 300 rotors a minute. Maybe 200, because I could redirect that steel. My only problem with that is I'd have to have a really big-ass room for the assemblers. And the other big problem, I can't even handle that bulk. That is a superb recipe. I think that's a way better recipe than what... Because look at this, right? By the way, I did a reference. If we're wanting to turn iron directly into screws, this recipe is way better. Especially if we have the solid steel. So, for example, for 2 ingots of iron and 2 coal, we make 3 iron ingots, right? Let's use the least common denominator. So we have 12 iron beams. 3 iron beams, actually. 3, 3, 3. Hold on, give me a second. So, so 2 makes 3. So if I have 6, that's 3, 3, 3. And that's 9. Let's say I have 8 iron beams, and that makes 12 steel. 8 iron bars equals 9, so every 2 I get 3, so 3, 3, 3, 3, that's 3, 6, 9, 12. So for every 8 bars of iron, every 8 iron ingots, we can turn these into rods. And 8 times 4 is 32 screws, right? Versus we get 12 steel, and then we divide that. Okay, 32 screw. Oh, that's already better. So for every 8 iron ingots, we can use on. And by the way, this is for alternate steel recipes: steel screws and solid steel ingots. For if we want to convert those iron ingots directly into rods, directly into screws, we get 32 screws. If we use the same amount of iron, made it solid steel ingots, which we get 12 ingots, the 12 ingots, we divide by 4, and we get 4 of these beams. Times 52. And instead of getting 32 screws, we'll get 156. Now, by the way, I don't doubt that this is way more. This uses so much more energy. But divide by 32, we generate 4.875 times more screws per iron ingot if you do this. And by the way, that is using the shitty recipe. That's like saying, that's using, oh, I want to put this directly into steel beams. This isn't even efficient. Unfortunately, our factory, even though it's so modular, it's inefficient, and we can't make more than like 10 motors a minute. But honestly, I need to start looking into upgrading. Dude, I have to make another steel mill. Dude, steel-based rotors would be so good. And by the way, you know what I could do? I could split that steel into 3 ways. You know, let me do some math. Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna, I can't talk. Please tell me I have rotors in here. I doubt it. Damn it. I want to do some math, because I believe steel-based rotors are great. Oh, by the way... Oh, did we kill this bitch? No way this guy gets back up. Oof. Sorry, dude. Yeah, he ain't getting back up from that. Poor dude. Dude, that was brutal. I just smushed him with this big, fat-ass, meaty tire. F in chat. Yep. Sorry, dude. Nope, he ain't getting back up. He's dead. Yep, he despawned. Hey, in my defense, he's green and he looks like the freaking grass. I can't see his... Oh, you know, that's karma. That's karma right there. Hey. Dunk. I want to do some basic math over here. Oh, look at this. Oil here. Please don't tell CIA. I will say motors seem to be very important. Dude, even if we use the non-molded recipes, I believe steel can be a very efficient way of making motors. Bro, the fact that we have steel rods and steel screws is insane. Like, look at this. By the way, I want you guys to remember. So let's say for every 2 iron ingots, we get 3 steel ingots. So 2 iron ingots gets us... Oh my freaking... Holy shit. 2 iron ingots worth of steel. 2 iron ingots gets me either 3 steel ingots or 2 rods. But if I turn those 2 iron ingots into steel and I get 3 steel... then I can turn that 3 steel into 12 iron rods, as opposed to just 2. I get 6 times more iron rods if I just make it into steel. And you know what the great thing is? We have a pure vein of coal right here, And we have another one, like, right over here. We have 2 pure veins south of us. Oh, and if that doesn't work, we got a ton of coal up throughout this batch right here. And we have more coal right here. So let's say, what if we had, let's see, so, to make a motor, oh, by the way, we also have this. I will say, I don't like this recipe. I feel like the rotor recipe for this one would be a great, way better rotor. So, we need 25 screws. Which, okay, we make 52. By the way, I'm a little bit annoyed that we make 52 here. But you know, who cares? We make extra. So make 52 here. So that means we need, we need 2 steel beams, which if we use this recipe, which is the worst recipe, for, it yields the least amount, we need 8 steel ingots. 8 steel ingots. Actually, how much iron does it take to produce a single motor? Let's do some math here. Again, I really want to be doing some more, but trust me. Okay. So, we have already established that we need 20 rods and 100 screws equals 1 rotor. And these 100 screws are crafted from 25 rods, which can further be, so we need 45 rods of iron, or about 45 iron. Wow, that's insane. 45 iron is required to make 1 single rotor. Okay. So let's keep doing some math here, because I believe I found a more efficient system. If we make... So, if we do it like this, we need 8... So we need 1, 2 steel beams, which require 8 ingots. It's about 9 ingots. I'd say 9.25 ingots of steel. Which, that equates to roughly 6 iron. 6 iron and 6 coal. Could replace this. So, that's actually insane. Dude, I'm sleeping on that shit. 45 iron bars are required to manufacture 1 rotor. If I use steel with my current recipe, hell, even... Dude, at the most expensive, if I did it with basic recipes, I'd be consuming 10 iron in a minute. If you combine this with 12 resources, that consumes almost a quarter of the resources for the same thing. That's awesome! That is actually awesome! That is insane. So we can literally make steel-based rotors by simply replacing with steel. So we take 45 iron ingots to make one rotor, but if we use steel screws recipe, the hardened steel recipe, then we get a staggering only a cost of 6 iron ingots, but we have to spend 6 coal. I don't care. I see a lot of coal on this map. Also, what about the steel pipes? Or the iron, yeah, steel pipes. So steel pipes, I'm like, what is that? I thought it was 3 to 2. It is 3 to 2. But, for the rotor, the stators, let's see. So it takes 3, 3, 3. So 9 ingots makes 6 pipes. So for 9 ingots, we can make 2 rotors. So that means 6 iron and 6 coal is used to make 1 ingot. Steel motor. Let's see. Actually, I'll probably draw this down another time. But let's see. So 6 iron. Let's just say like about 7 iron ingots and 7 coal is used to make 1 rotor. Plus 3, 2. I'd say plus 4. Let's say this will make me a couple extra. But like, let's say about. Let's say every 12 iron ingots, or roughly every 8 iron ingots and 8 coal, we can make a motor. Every 8 iron. We gotta do this upgrade one day. We can blow motor production out of the ballpark, dude. Doing a steel-based rotor design could reduce the cost and increase the amount of motors we can make. So stupid. Oh, and also, I really want to make these things. So this requires 3 times the amount of plates for 3 plates. So the iron plank cost does not go up, but dude, that can easily be substituted with steel. 50 screws. Okay, so it could be substituted by 4 steel ingots. Let's say at the very bare minimum. Let's see, divide by 4. That's 13. That's 12.5. So roughly 12.5 rods are required to make this. So that is about 12.5 iron per plate if we're doing this recipe. Again, in here you're making them faster, but you're consuming more screws than you need it. But let's say right here you are doing the. Well, obviously we'd have to have plates, but 50 screws. That's 4 iron. That's 4 steel ingots. So that cost me about. Let's say even if we were using the bad recipe, 4 iron ingots, and then let's see. Times 3 divided by 2. So I think we need 27 iron ingots to do that. 27 plus, that's about 31. 31 iron ingots to do this. If we do this out of steel plus the iron plates. But if we do that 27 plus the 12. We use I don't know. There's gotta be a recipe where we can. Actually, wait. Did I unlock a recipe earlier that was an alternate? And it said steel-based plates. Hold on, chat. Iron plate. Oh, don't go to the fandom Wikipedia. I'm starting to move away from fandom. Good grief. Steel cast plate. I knew I had a steel cast plate. Steel cast plate. Oh, wow. If I go to coated iron plate. So there's 2 of them. There's coated iron plate, which means I take 5 ingots, 1 plastic. I get 10 plates, which seems to be like the best recipe for plates. Actually, this is better. If I go to a steel ingot, which a steel ingot plus an iron ingot equals 3 plates. At the very most, that's taking 2 iron and taking it into 3 plates versus 3 iron into 2 plates. I thought I actually already had that recipe. I did! Yes! Damn, I am snagging all the good shit. Oh my gosh. Let's see, so 2 iron ingots makes me 3 plus the 3 right there. So 5 iron ingots. Or 2 plus those 3. Which those ones should have made me 4 plates. 4 plates versus 6 plates. I can make more plates with this. Actually, I've heard that as long as you don't mind any, as long as you really don't mind any, what do you call it? Extra cost of energy, you can actually replace all your stuff with foundries. Okay, I didn't do too much there besides try to build the vault, but start building the vault. But dude, I am making a great. I have to go shower. I love showering because that's a great time for me to think. Steel-based rotors, we gotta invest in that. If we don't do it now, we gotta do it later. But dude, and then steel-aligned beams or steel-aligned plates or steel-based plating. We can make shit tons of modular frames, dude. You know what? I might come back, or when I come back, I might have to consider just wiping out. I might have to transition to full steel. I'll have to think about that. Because honestly, for example, if I take 2 iron ingots, I make 2 rods, versus 2 iron ingots plus 2 coal makes 3 steel, makes 12 rods. That's automatically better. I think everything with steel is better. It might be more energy costly, you know? I might have to start switching off of steel. I might have to start switching full steel. I'll be back, guys. I'll have to shower on this. This is very